So, as I mentioned, irrelevant to the NCE licensing program change, in whatever mechanism you are or were considering buying your Microsoft Cloud licensing, there is a price change coming as of March 1st, 2022. And the following products will increase by these dollar amounts. It's US dollars for this picture, but the percentage increase will be the same in Canadian dollars. So Business Basic and Business Premium in the business line are seeing an increase. Business Standard is not increasing. And most of the Microsoft 365 enterprise plans, including the Office 365 plans, have an increase. The only exception is Microsoft 365 E5. So because this price increase comes in March, the way the Microsoft subscriptions for the Microsoft online services work, if you're subscribed prior to this price increase and your commitment term is a year, then the price increase won't impact you during the current commitment term. It won't impact you until the end of that commitment term. So we've got some illustrations that will talk about that a little bit more. What is NCE when we're talking about buying the online services from Microsoft? So the options for purchase become a monthly purchase term with a monthly payment and a monthly commitment, an annual purchase term, so a 12-month commitment with either a monthly or annual payment, and what will be coming after March, after the price increases, is a multi-year option to be able to sign up for 3 years and lock your pricing in for 3 years. Again, paying monthly, annual, or you could choose to pay for all 3 years up front. What's changed from how the program previously worked is the ability to decrease licenses throughout the term. So in the annual term, you cannot decrease licenses throughout that term. So you sign up for 30 licenses of Microsoft 365 Business Premium starting today, and you cannot reduce that number of licenses until your renewal time in February of next year. If you see a need to have more flexibility than all those 30 users being locked in for a year, you could put 25 users on the annual and you could put 5 on the monthly. The downside is the monthly is going to see a 20% price premium in the next few months. So the incentive is to move customers to an annual agreement or a multi-year 3-year agreement, whereas the monthly will have a 20% price premium coming in the future. So monthly is really meant for a small number of users or something you only need for a short period of time. Really, all the regular licensing you need for the majority of your users is you're going to want to purchase in the annual subscription option. To look at the timelines this affects and how that works, that monthly term, so that monthly subscription that you pay for monthly and only has a 1-month commitment, so you can change the licensing every month, that is still on the same price as the annual until June. And then in July, that 20% increase premium will come into effect. Now, as an incentive to move customers to the NCE program in advance of that price increase in March, there is an annual offer promotion of 5% discount for any customers that sign up for the annual commitment before the end of March. And so by signing up for that, not only are you locking your pricing in ahead of that price increase, you're also going to receive an additional 5% discount. So it's an incentive to get into the program right away. And this price incentive may continue longer, but as it stands right now, it's dated for March 31st. Now, from a policy perspective, the ability to start purchasing new subscriptions and legacy existing subscriptions, there are some important dates there. So More important for if you had a business unit that isn't licensed, that you wanted to license separately, or if you're not currently buying your Microsoft online services from a partner, if you don't have online services today and you're looking at getting into Microsoft's online services, we can only transact new customers in the NCE program starting in March. Any legacy subscriptions that need to be renewed after those original dates, starting in July 1st of this year, any customers where their subscription is coming due for renewal, you'll have to be licensing in the NCE program starting July anyways. And then there's a forced transition date coming in July of 2023. So the reason we bring this up is there isn't really any reason to delay, because by July, you're going to have to do it sometime in the next year anyways. And these promos will probably not last that long past March or maybe even July of this year. And then, as mentioned, those price increases are coming March 1st. So really locking into that 1 year now gives you that 5% discount and delays this price increase until February of next year. So looking at this from a critical window strategy, you could choose to just go to monthly. And that's a good option until July, when the monthly promotion ends and the price for the monthly increases by 20%. A better option is to go to the annual agreement and lock that pricing in for a year ahead of the price increase coming in March. But really the best option is the price protection option, where not only are you locking in for a year, you're buying before March, conserving that price increase, and you're getting that 5% reduction in cost. So really all of the best of all the benefits of the opportunities that exist within the NCE transition options. So for our customers that are already transacting Microsoft online subscriptions with us, we've already started this process from a sales perspective. So we've reviewed your existing subscriptions, developed a transition quote, securing your prices, with the goal of those quotes being in your hands early this month. If you don't have them already, they'll be coming very soon. I think the majority of them are already out in customers' hands. And the goal of subscribing to that new subscription before February ends, so that you can benefit from both the price protection when that increase comes in March and that 5% discount. And technically we say until February 2023, there is some processing time required. So it would be very good if it happened within the next week or two. So there's time to process the new subscription, get all the licensing lined up properly ahead of that March 1st date. Just to remind everyone how this looks for our customers today, if you buy Exchange Online Plan 1 from us today, it will have a renewal date and a cancellation date. If you buy another subscription, such as Microsoft 365 Business Premium, it will have a renewal date and a cancellation notice date. That's how a traditional quote would look today. We're going to match the quote to look just like that. So you'll see what you're currently buying today represented on the quote, plus a 5% discount for that item. And then you'll see the other subscription that you're buying today on the quote, plus that 5% discount on that. And so that would be the format you'll see the quote in. It will match what we're currently invoicing. We have also looked and done a little bit of realignment for some customers that had, let's say 51 business premium licenses that they were purchasing, but they've dropped down. They're currently only using 45. Then we're only going to look to renew the 45 because you can add throughout the term of the subscription at that locked in pricing for the length of that subscription. So you lock in now for a year at 45, you need to add 5 more. At any point throughout the year that you add, you're locking them in at that same price. Next year, when that price increase would hit, it would affect all of whatever the current number of licenses are. So we've directly reflected what's on your invoice today on the quote, and then reflected those 5% price decrease or promotion. If you're already working with us, we've got that information in your hands. If you're not already purchasing your Microsoft 365 / Office 365 licensing from us and you want to purchase from us, we have no problem providing you a transition quote to give you the same benefits as our existing customers. You would email solutions@broadviewnetworks.ca. If you put NCE in the subject, we'll know that's what you're focusing on. Certainly, if you've been talking to anyone in our account management team, you can reach out to them as well. So that's really the gist of what's happening in this program. And so we've prepared our customers with those quotes, gotten those out the door. Everyone should have those in their hands, or if you don't have them, you'll have them in the next day or two. Looking for approval on those as quickly as possible so that we can make that transition happen before that March 1st deadline and provide that price protection that we've been talking about.